Welcome to Consumer Action Network's Housing Education Workshop, Rights and Recovery for Mental Health and Substance Abuse Consumers. This Housing Education Workshop is presented by Consumer Action Network in partnership with the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. For more information, see the links below this video. Consumer Action Network, who we are and what we do. Consumer Action Network, or CAN, is a nonprofit peer advocacy organization founded in Washington, D.C. in 2003. CAN's mission is to empower mental health, substance abuse disorder consumers by promoting recovery and self-advocacy. CAN embraces the recovery principles that include consumer empowerment, best practice, accountability, responsibility, and choice to ensure consumers have the opportunity to recover in their mental health treatment. CAN's mission is to educate consumers about the Department of Behavioral Health's grievance system, to mediate with consumers and their providers to find solutions to consumers' concerns, to provide access to information about recovery principles and citywide resources to providers and consumers alike, to inform and train consumers and providers on consumer rights, to assist consumers in filing grievances, to mentor consumers so that they can advocate for themselves, to support consumers in navigating the mental health and substance abuse system, to work with providers and frontline staff to improve consumer-provider relationships and enhance treatment culture, to network with peers and other advocates to ensure consumers have access to treatment according to DBH guidelines. Consumer rights. The Consumer Rights Statement enumerates the rights that you have when you receive mental health or substance abuse disorder services or support from the Department of Behavioral Health. To live independently with mental health or substance abuse challenges, it is important to understand your rights. You have the right to be treated with dignity and respect at all times. You have the right to be told what rights you have. To be free from discrimination, to be safe from harm, to complain if you feel your rights have been violated, to decide what treatment you want in advance. You have the right to give or not give consent for treatment of your behavioral health or physical health problems. You have the right to take or refuse to take medications. You have the right to be treated in the least restrictive and integrated setting. You have the right to take part in the development of your treatment or service plan, and to have information about you kept private. You have the right to talk in private with those mentioned in your service plan during reasonable times. You have the right to receive and send mail without anyone else opening it. You have the right to ask for and to get a copy of your bill for the services that you receive. You have the right to receive services and live in a healthy, safe, and clean place. You have the right to vote in all elections if you are registered. You have the right to practice or not practice your religion. you have the right to have a place to store your property. And you have a right to say how you feel about the services you receive. Recovery workshop topics. We will discuss making and keeping friends, accomplishing goals, the 8 dimensions, building positive self-esteem, and rights and recovery meetings. Making and keeping friends. Making friends can be exciting or intimidating depending on your personality and circumstances, but it can ultimately be rewarding. A good friend is someone who you like, respect, and trust. In turn, a good friend likes, respects, and trusts you. As you grow and change, a good friend will allow you to make space to grow, change, make decisions, and even make mistakes. You must love yourself first. If you make friends while having a negative attitude, you will most likely choose friends with similar attitudes. Why might someone struggle to make friends? The reasons could be insecurity, selfishness, pride, an introverted personality, fear of others, overwhelming or dominating personalities, or depression. It is better to experience things with others. Be willing to be friendly. Try to meet the needs of others. Don't make demands. Be open and not afraid to be hurt. Do not try to dominate or control. Try to laugh at yourself. The strongest bonds come from working together. Accomplishing goals. Understand the mental part of recovery, but don't make it the center of your life. It is important to set and keep goals. Understand triggers and how to avoid them. Gather with friends safely when you are able. Start each day with a plan. The 8 dimensions of wellness. The 8 dimensions of wellness include the emotional dimension. This means coping effectively with life and creating satisfying relationships. The environmental dimension. Create good health by occupying pleasant, stimulating environments that support well-being. The financial dimension. Satisfaction with current and future financial situations. The intellectual dimension. Recognizing creative abilities and finding ways to expand knowledge and skills. The occupational dimension of wellness. Personal satisfaction and enrichment from one's work. The physical dimension. Recognizing the need for physical activity, healthy foods, and sleep. The social dimension. Developing a sense of connection, belonging, and a well-developed support system. And the spiritual dimension. Expanding our sense of purpose and meaning in life. Building positive self-esteem. Try to come up with 2 examples of strength. 2 things you admire about yourself. 2 achievements. 2 accomplishments. 2 ways to reward yourself. 2 ways to make yourself laugh. 2 ways to help someone else. And 2 things that make you feel good about yourself. These tools can aid you in your recovery and your pursuit to live a healthy life. For more information, visit the links below this video. This concludes Consumer Action Network's Housing Education Workshop, Rights and Recovery for Mental Health and Substance Abuse Consumers, presented in partnership with the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. Thank you.